Name a more iconic duo then.
A twink.
And a redhead.
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 Don't call me kid. Don't call me baby. Look at this godforsaken mess that you made me. You showed me colors I can't not read with anyone else.
Sure.
You guys aren't real Swifties. You got the lyrics wrong. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Welcome back to A Twink and a Red Bitch. I'm Grant.
And I'm Ash.
Sorry, we came out strong today. Should we? Okay, well, first of all, actually, let's be transparent. The past, 4 episodes we recorded before, the podcast even came out. So if y'all have been wondering, where's an announcement for the good of the group? Or why aren't y'all talking about, current stuff? Girl, it's because we, pre-recorded those. Hella.
We were booked and busy. We were swamped.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to have a few in the bank. But now we're going to be pretty current.
We are. We're about, a week, half a week. What's the fucking timing? It's a week.
Yeah, a week.
Of us recording these. So maybe we'll mention some stuff going on. And today's episode will have an announcement for the good of the group from one of you guys.
Yep.
Just so you guys know. So stay tuned. The first one. But wait. You know what I'm going to bring up?
What?
Remember what we saw this past weekend? Do you not know?
What?
When we were coming home, we were... Okay, well, first of all, I can't talk about this. Well, was this the same night?
I don't know.
First,
what the
okay,
fuck
I want to
talking
acknowledge
about.
2 things that have happened this week. One, we went to an Italian restaurant.
Oh.
I feel okay.
God.
So we went with our friend Lexi. Shout out Lexi. She also has a gluten-free New York Instagram. She posts
Go follow it.
Yeah, it's really cool. She posts gluten-free places on
The
Instagram
handle is just
in New York City. Oh my god.
NYC gluten free.
Yeah, shit. We don't know the handle, but go follow it.
Go find it.
y'all know how to find shit. But basically, we went to this Italian restaurant. We all ordered the cacio e pepe.
It was some of the best cacio e pepe I've ever had.
Yeah.
Because, okay, the thing about Grant is Grant loves cacio e pepe, but not too much pepe.
Not light pepe, please.
I like any amount of pepe. I'm more, less, any amount is fine.
No.
Guys, this was the most decadent, rich
It was
cacio e pepe I've ever had.
Yeah, light pepe. The pasta was cooked perfectly.
We
it
love
was
a bucatini.
authentic.
It was a thick bucatini.
It wasn't a bucatini. I have to stop you right there.
You don't think it was a bucatini?
Bucatinis
Because
have
there wasn't a hole.
Bucatinis have a hollow inside.
You're right, so it was
It
probably
was
more
just
of a
spaghetti.
linguine.
It was just
No,
spaghetti.
It was thicker than a spaghetti.
Linguine is flat. It's almost like a fettuccine, a small fettuccine.
No, fettuccine's flatter than linguine.
Yes, but I'm just saying linguine is like a thick flat. You know what I'm talking about? This was a spaghetti, but it was homemade. You could tell it was homemade.
It was by no means an angel hair, if that's what you're suggesting.
Anyways, Ashley got constipated violently.
No. What happened to me was violent. Grant is we have to go out. Basically telling me
I want to it was Saturday night.
Out. Yeah, with no respect for what was happening on my insides. Y'all, it was I was 12 months pregnant. It was I had the gestational period of an elephant. That's what was happening to me.
And we went to Pieces, for those of you gay people in New York City. Pieces is a fun... I don't feel intimidated when I go to Pieces. I usually get intimidated at gay bars or whatever. Pieces is just a fun place.
Grant drags me there. Meanwhile, my insides are rotting to the core. I'm about to shit my pants, but at the same time, I wasn't. You know what I mean? You know when you get that feeling when you're there's something
there's
seriously
a brick
wrong,
inside
a
of you.
brick in my stomach.
It was so fast too, and also our friend Lexi was getting sick too from this cacio e pepe. I was so confused because I was fine.
You were feeling fine.
I was fine. Anyways.
Wait, I was wearing a Skims dress that night too. So Skims is supposed to make you look snatched. No, it looked like I was just
pregnant.
covering like pregnancy. It looked like I was like not ready to tell people I was pregnant, but I was obviously pregnant. That's what it looked like.
It wasn't that bad, but I did touch it. Like I touched the stomach,
it was hard.
and it was hard. It felt like you had abs.
Yeah. Like if someone took a picture of me and posted on the internet, like people would probably be like texting their group chat like, "Oh my god, she's pregnant. She's just not telling people yet."
Nope, it was just the cacio e pepe.
It was just the cacio e pepe.
Sorry. But we went home. I'm pretty sure it was this night. Was it not? But we get home and we witnessed someone downstairs. First of all, we got to we get to the door like of our building to unlock it, and someone's there like struggling with the door code, and he was holding a bike. And I was like, oh, let me get it. So we get in. And then he lugs this bike up like 4 flights of stairs.
He's like ahead of us on the stairs. So we just have to like trail this mysterious man with like a bike. And y'all, it was not like your typical mongoose. Like it looked like almost like a mountain. Like it was pretty like.
It was like you could tell he like bikes everywhere around the city or something.
But it was like an athletic bike.
Yeah. Anyways, he knocks on a door. Can you reenact it? Like what?
Sure. So he's stops at the floor below ours, and he puts his bike, he wheels it to the door, and then with a slight hesitation, he knocks on the door. And then
the door opens.
The door opens to a female.
It was a girl?
It was a female.
Oh, wow. I thought this was a gay hookup.
And you just hear the man with the bike go, hey.
He was like, hey.
She's like, hi. And then he just
and then he lugs his bike
but
inside
yo, like,
her
I know
apartment.
this sounds like, okay, like, what's the big deal? They had clearly, like, maybe hung out, like, once or twice. And, like, Grant and I just were obsessed with the idea of, like, imagine biking to a dick appointment. Like, you just, like, bring your bike into someone's apartment. Like, your dirty bike from the street.
He lugged his bike up, like, 3 or 4 flights of stairs. And then instead of, like, leaving it outside the apartment or anything like that, or even leaving it downstairs, he brought it into her apartment.
Also,
and
like,
then I'm
what if she has a roommate? Like, this, like, your roommate's random hookup's bike is in your living room?
Or did he bring the bike into her bedroom? Which is even, like, weirder to think about.
Yuck.
Like, what?
Like, those wheels have gone through dead rats, shit,
piss, mud,
other fluids. Like, gross.
Yeah. So that was crazy. And it was, like, around the time people were, like, hooking up. Like, it was Saturday night, like, 1 a.m.
It was, like, 1 a.m. on a Saturday night. Like, what was he doing that he was, like, could drop everything and go and bike to this girl's house to hook up with her?
Yeah, it was crazy to witness. I was just so shook by the bike.
He was
like,
so apprehensive about, like, the initial greeting, the knocking on the door, even getting into the building. It was clear he maybe probably hadn't been in there before.
Right. But I'm just thinking about, like, imagine, like, getting nasty on a bed, and then you look at the foot of the bed and your hookup's bike is just there. And I'm sorry, but, like, if you biked it's really hot out here. Like, you were probably like sweaty, like you were probably like gross a little bit, but that man really confidently biked to his hookup, like, and then brought the bike inside. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just so shook by that. Anyway,
now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of love it. It's hilarious.
There's, like, an attractiveness to the confidence.
What do you think the hottest transportation is to get to a hookup? If you can't take, like, a car. I think, like, a skateboard's kind of hot.
Well, skateboard is hot. I was just saying electric scooter.
Electric scooters I think a skateboard is the hottest.
I would say probably a Razor scooter.
That's the worst one.
With the sparks.
You think that's the best one?
With the sparks. You know what I'm talking about? Right behind the brake, they installed a thing that you push down and it makes sparks.
Yeah.
As you ride your scooter.
If a man walked into my bedroom with that, I'd call 911.
Yeah. It would be a little.
The worst is probably, like, rollerblades.
Oh God. And people actually do that. Like, I was saying Razor scooter, I was like a joke.
Yeah.
People would actually rollerblade to a hookup.
Cause, like, imagine, like,
Heelys.
What an ick to watch someone take off rollerblades. Like, those things are kind of tight, and then, like, what if they, like, slip? I don't know.
Oh God.
Anyway, I digress.
I'm gonna go buy myself a pair of Heelys though, because those
I
shits were fun.
considered purchasing a new pair
Recently.
Like, why not?
Can we bring it? Let's buy Heelys and make like a TikTok and bring it back. Like, let's start the trend.
Yeah, I feel like it's dangerous.
I mean, what isn't these days?
That's so true. We need to live life on the edge. We're too sheltered.
Yeah. Okay. It is now time for the main segment of this podcast, the word of the episode. Do I sound like an NPR girl?
Yeah, you kind of do.
This is NPR. Okay. So the word that we will be celebrating on this episode is authority. You heard that right. Authority.
Authority.
And what we mean by this.
Have you ever risen up against the powers that be? Have you ever revolted against
a teacher,
a government,
company?
The craziest thing I ever did against authority was probably storming the Capitol on January 6th.
Ashley, I don't know if you should be so loud about that. Also, we tell people that we were there for a tour.
Oh, I forgot. We have that cover up.
We were there for what had happened. We were there for a tour. The doors were open. People were rushing in. We thought it was the open house.
Sorry. Like, if
Oh
the
my
doors are
God.
open, I'm going to go in.
Right. Oh my
Open
God.
invite.
But no, we're just kidding. Don't try to come for us, FBI. But basically, this episode, we are going to be discussing some things that have happened in our life. For some reason, a big theme in my life, at least, is I have really...
I just spilled Poppy on my Team Edward shirt. Sorry.
Sponsor us, Poppy. Pissing me off. And anyways, I have risen up against authority many times in my life. And I think this comes from my mom. She once taught me, she taught all her kids this, my brother and sister, that if you genuinely feel like something is not right, doesn't matter who it is, then you should speak up and say something. And girl, have I done that.
You really took that advice to heart and ran with it.
Yeah.
And I think maybe you even applied it to situations where it wasn't appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think I applied it to situations that are appropriate. And
I agree.
Are just a little afraid to say anything.
Oh.
And we'll talk about some of that today. But yeah, it has gotten me in trouble a lot. I'm talking just yelled at by a teacher, but I'm also talking about legally as well.
Grant was that kid in high school where he would like hijack a lesson and like just like give sass to a teacher. And like sometimes it was deserved, then sometimes it's like, Jesus Christ, relax.
Remember our English class sophomore year?
What, when you would like harass our
just
teacher?
Like this teacher was her first year, and like I think it was like a trial period. Like she was supposed to like be hired again, like if she had done good.
She was so nice.
She was.
But she just like could not keep this class under control.
And she was not hired again.
No.
And I was one of the things she couldn't control in that class, unfortunately. There's like a Vine. This was during Vine. I literally made a Vine. I guess at some point I broke into the classroom and the projector was down. Behind the projector, I literally, this is horrible. Don't cancel me. I was like 14, okay? I literally wrote, also me and this teacher were kind of girlies. Like she like low-key loved my antics. And she knew I did it too. I wrote, "You're ugly." Behind this projector. And so I had the Vine video ready when she came, because we had like I think a lunch that broke up the period.
Yeah, we did.
So I like came in early to do this, and so then the class starts. She's pulling the projector back up, like the screen, and it's rolling up, and behind it on the whiteboard just says, "You're ugly." And she just looks at me and starts erasing it, and everyone's like
Wait, real quick too. In this class, Grant and I were partners on a Grapes of Wrath movie project, and we literally filmed like a sex scene and presented it to our class because like it's like insinuated in the book that these two characters have sex. We made the car. We hired two of our friends to play the roles of these characters. We made the car like shake and get
it was bouncing. Yeah,
we were literally sophomores in high school. We presented that as our project and we got an A.
Yep. Well,
anyway,
that's what you get when you assign a project like that. Like, you want to do an adaptation, I'm going to give you an adaptation.
We're going to give you an accurate adaptation. Because one thing I hate when an adaptation strays too far from the source material.
Yep, you can say that again.
Yep.
Anyways, the biggest thing that happened in high school, this was my senior year. Ashley refers to it as
a thirst for justice.
Also known as Watergate.
Grant's personal Watergate.
Yup. Literal Watergate. So, where do I begin, you guys? This was my senior year of high school. It was literally June.
We were weeks
from graduating.
We were on like the twilight of our graduation.
Yeah. And so I get a little letter or something, or I get called to the VP's office. And she's like, hey, like, you have accumulated more than 7 tardies this year. So that means you have to do a Saturday detention. I said, excuse me, bitch.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I said, excuse me. What? I have never had a Saturday detention in my life. I would cause antics like those crazy kind of things, like, or make comments to teachers, whatever. But I was not like a troublemaker.
Well, I will
silly.
say all the teachers you like pulled those antics with, like, you had a really good relationship with, and it was like, it was almost like y'all were friends.
Right. And so whose fault is it? The student or the teacher who allowed that friendship to foster?
Right.
Just kidding. Okay, maybe I am being a little harsh to the teachers.
Yeah, they're educators.
And whatever. But basically, I had never been a troublemaker, so I never had like a Saturday detention in all of my high school career. So I was a little shook by this. And for those of you who don't know, a Saturday detention is like a 4-hour ordeal where if you did something really bad, you have to come in Saturday and like just sit in a classroom the whole time. And so I already was like, how is that fair? Also, some of these tardies, I had doctor's notes. I was a competitive.
College, a lot of it was college.
Yeah, I went on a college visit. Also, cheerleading. I remember a flight was like delayed, and I got a note from like United Airlines, like proving it. So I had like excuses, but regardless, they were like, no, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember my mom tried calling too. And like, y'all, my mom's crazy like this. She also does not give a fuck about authority. And she was like, it's not like my son was smoking weed in the stairwell. Like he just was late a couple times. You know, he's not skipping class. My mom calls back again later in the story.
And it's crazy.
But so they say if I don't do the Saturday detention, then I won't graduate. Like, they were going to hold my diploma. That's what she literally said. And so I was like, okay, fine. So fast forward to Saturday detention. I had woken up a little late. It was like 8 a.m. that we had to be there. I woke up a little late, so I was like, oh my God, I'll just bring like a granola bar and like 2 water bottles. And I put them in my drawstring bag.
Oh, drawstring bag is so high school.
You
really couldn't leave the house without your drawstring bag. Those things carried so much too.
So
it was like a Mary Poppins bag.
It really was.
My whole life in there.
Yeah. So I brought my drawstring bag to the school, and we were in like the main entrance area, like waiting for everyone to arrive before we went to the prison cell that is the classroom. And I remember this teacher. I think she was like also a Spanish teacher. I don't know how it worked, if like you volunteered to do Saturday detention. Maybe she got like overtime or something for like doing this. I didn't really know her. Let's call her Miss Smith, whatever. So Miss Smith's checking everyone in. She's already like being a little stern. I kid you not, a boy like is sprinting to the main entrance, you see him like down on the sidewalk, like because the main entrance is all glass, so you can like see everything. He's like down the sidewalk. He's sprinting. It becomes 8:01 a.m. She shut the door in his face. Like, imagine he got up to come to Saturday detention to like serve his time. Just
That's
for the
so mean.
yeah, and then you get in trouble
like
for missing it, or like you have to do it again.
Cut someone a break.
Right? It was crazy. I was shook by that. I was like, really? And so already I was like, that was fucked up. So we go to the classroom, and then she starts going over all the rules. Just a reminder, I had not eaten or like drinking water a whole lot this whole day. So I was planning on, having like a granola bar, and I literally brought like 2 water bottles, just whatever, for the 3-4 hours.
Of course.
And so she's going over the rules, and she's like, no talking, no like whatever, blah, blah, blah.
What were you allowed to do? Just like homework or something?
I don't even think you were allowed to do like homework.
You literally just sat there?
I think you just sat there.
Okay, honestly, like that sounds really nice to me.
No,
like
it's
they should make you do
psychologically.
no, they should make you do like a, I don't know, multiplication table or something.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we were allowed to, or if maybe you were allowed to like read a book.
Oh, I would love that. Imagine sitting somewhere in silence for 4 to 5 hours just with your book.
Yeah.
Oh my God, sounds like heaven. I want to go to Saturday detention this weekend.
I don't know what you were allowed to do or not do, but the rule that got me, she gets to this rule and she says, no eating or drinking whatsoever. And so I'm like, oh shit, like this is what I've been stressed about all morning. So I raise my hand and I ask her, I'm like, excuse me, like, are we allowed to like drink water? Like,
be honest.
What?
How did you say it?
I said we're allowed to drink water like from our water bottle, right?
Okay, this is how I imagine
I'm
you
thinking,
say it.
Oh God. Yes.
Okay, and I'm sorry, we can't drink water? Really?
No, I didn't get to
Okay,
that
that's how I
point yet.
imagine.
It didn't start that way. I was genuinely like confused because I'm like, oh, we're probably allowed to drink water, right? She probably means like Coke or like soda, like some weird
no
beverage.
fun beverages.
Yeah, no fun beverages. And so I'm like, we can drink water, right? And she says, no drinking or eating of any kind. And so this is when I get a little sassy. I'm like, we're not allowed to drink water? Like, isn't that a basic human right?
Oh, you pulled out the human rights.
Yeah, I did.
Damn, you're about to send her to The Hague.
Yeah, I was like, how are we not allowed to drink water? Like, I'm going to sit here for 3 hours and not be able to take a sip from my water bottle. And she was like, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. If you don't like them, you can leave and I'll take it up with your VP. And I said, okay, bet.
Yeah,
and I was like,
you're about to call the ACLU on her.
Yeah. So I'm like, bet. And I get up and I leave. So I lasted like 5 minutes in that room. And I call my mom immediately and I'm like, hey mom, like I just left because they wouldn't let me drink out of my water bottle. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, like I literally am like walking out the door now. And so she got a little heads up from me. Apparently the teacher, also though, a few other of the students, a few of the other regular Saturday detention goers were like, yeah, that's fucked up. And they left too. Like they took the opportunity and was
you
like,
started a revolution.
yeah. And so like 2 other people left with me. But the teacher calls my mom and goes like, Grant just left, like blah, blah, blah. And my mom was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like he couldn't drink a sip of water. And this is the most iconic thing that she said. She said this like my VP to the teacher, everything. She said, it's not like my son was asking to jack off in the back of the room. He wanted a sip of his goddamn water bottle. But it's like so true. Like I was asking to just be able to drink my water.
Yeah.
And
not to
yeah.
jerk off in the library, the public library of our high school.
Right. And so I wasn't going to let this go. And I was in school newspaper with Ashley. Ashley was editor-in-chief. Mm-hmm. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And I like told everyone. Also, by the way, this is a whole battle ongoing now with like my mom and like the VP and me and whatever. And like, am I going to have to serve my time again and blah, blah, blah. And I was telling them, I remember I was like, I'm not doing it again unless I can drink my water in there. Like, not serving the time until I can drink water and other students can too. And so in newspaper, I asked our teacher, I was like, can I write an article about like my experience?
An op-ed.
An op-ed. And like just be like, I think students should be able to drink water. Like, it's not prison, whatever. So I write this article. It got some waves in our town.
You wrote about it like you were like a war correspondent on the ground of some sort of like international conflict. Like Grant wrote it as if it was
like a really human rights
crisis to ever come out.
Yeah, which it was in my life at that moment. I was just shocked. And you
can't let go of things sometimes.
No, and this was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing about me is like I feel like I've gotten a little better, but if you wrong me, I will bring you down and burn your fucking house down. Which is crazy, and I don't really do that anymore. I try to like let things go, but I literally.
The 18-year-old you was like out.
Yes, like I was canceling people before like cancel culture was a thing.
But Grant wrote this article, you name dropped the teacher, and you.
No, I don't think I did, but I think I like dropped a lot of.
And then when you got in trouble for it, we decided, okay, we'll make the teacher anonymous, and then we still had to take it down.
Yeah, because this damn school administration, they call like we had like
right-wing administration.
Yeah, yeah. First of all, we had like 5 or 6 vice presidents, and it was like they were vice principals, and their sole jobs were to just discipline and get involved in student drama. Imagine you like going to college, growing up, and then you're like, I want to work and like be a principal.
I'm gonna be the other side of this because vice principals do more than that. They
Not
also
these.
Have to handle budgets and curriculums.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You think all 6 of them? There were some of them who were best friends with a name that I won't say, but like inappropriately would like hang out with them in their office.
Jesus.
They would.
Well, they also had to discipline people, but that's the job of a principal.
Okay, well, I think some of them were not good people, and I can name 2 of them that I really did not like, and they were men.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways, they called me in and tried to pick apart my article line by line, saying it was factually incorrect. And I mentioned the door being shut on that boy. And I think in the article, I was like, it was 8:01 a.m. And they were like, actually, we checked the security tapes. She closes the door at 8 a.m. I was like, okay.
It's even worse.
Yeah, I was like, what's your point? Like, my point still stands, like, about the whole situation. But, yeah. But eventually, I think, like, our teacher got in trouble, too, for it. And had to be taken down. The
newspaper teacher, which is so stupid.
Yeah, but the end of the story is I ended up having to serve my time during school, which was nice. And it was, like, in the, like secretary office. I don't know what to call it, but like the VP office area. It was like in there, and I just sat there, and it was not for like 3 hours. I feel like it was for like an hour, and I was allowed to drink water, and I think they allowed people to drink water moving forward. So I feel like I did make some change. A year later in college, me and Ashley created like a mockumentary about it called A Thirst for Justice. I think it's like somewhere on YouTube. If y'all want to go watch it. I don't think it's good. But that was A Thirst for Justice, and justice was served.
Justice was served.
Okay, I would like to make an amendment. Ashley just notified me off mic that the VPs weren't the ones having potential alleged inappropriate relationships with students. It was our school officer. And I got confused.
Rumored.
Anyway.
So the difference between me and you is you really take a pretty aggressive public stand against corrupt administrations or teachers. Mm-hmm. And I have a different reaction where I pee my pants.
Yeah, that's
Y'all, when I get
embarrassing.
yelled at, my anatomical reaction is pissing my damn pants. And let me take you back to the first time this happened. Well, actually, I don't know if it's the first time. It's probably not, but one of the worst times.
Mm-hmm.
Let me paint the picture, okay? It's 5th grade.
Yep.
And it was announced that our 5th grade class, the whole grade, was invited to an early screening of The Diary of a Wimpy Kid in New York City.
It wasn't even an early screening. It was a premiere, New York premiere, because there was a red carpet, and not that we were on the red carpet, but like the stars were there. The kids in the movie.
And then there was a Q&A panel after.
Yeah. Yeah. Why did we get selected for that?
But we all got on our like coach buses from New Jersey, and we were all going to go to New York. But earlier in the day, before we left, I was walking in the hallway with my 5th grade boyfriend.
Woo.
And it was a rule in my 5th grade pod, which was 2 teachers taught this whole group of students. It was a rule in their classes that you could not have a boyfriend or girlfriend. That was a written constitutional rule.
That's so weird.
From these teachers. You could not get away with that now. You cannot tell me as a 10-year-old that I can't hoe around.
Yeah. Also, it's like it would make me want to do it more if someone was telling me not to.
Also,
I'd be like,
you
oh,
are
people
not
do
my
that?
mom. Shut the
Fuck
fuck
up.
up. Like, mind your own business.
Literally. Why are you paying attention to like kids in
So
that
weird.
way?
So anyway, it was a rule not to have a
Seriously?
boyfriend or girlfriend. They were like, you're too young. It's not appropriate. Which, like, I'm sorry.
Grow up.
Who died and let you decide that, huh?
Right.
Just because you didn't have a boyfriend when you
When
were
you were
10 and
10,
you're
yeah.
upset about it. You're telling me
Yeah.
I can't?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that people are lining up. Anyway, I'm walking with my boyfriend. We're like, I'm ready to hit this New York City premiere. I am on top of the world.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, peace, see you later. And upon entering my homeroom, he hugs me goodbye. Y'all,
It was
the
a hug?
way this teacher reacted, you would have thought that I just like stripped naked and streaked through the halls. Like, she started screaming at me in such a aggressive and malicious way. Like, how inappropriate of you. Like,
She
you
may
know
as well
this is
called
against the
you-
rules. And I was a really good student. So to have such
Damn.
such aggression taken out on me
And to be
was
slut
really
shamed
to
at
be
such an early age.
to be slut shamed in such a public way. Like, my
Yeah.
whole class was watching her slut shame me, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, you need to relax. But I didn't say that, and instead I pissed my pants. Yo, I peed my pants, and it wasn't just like, you know when you laugh a little and it's like, ooh, you pee or you
Yeah.
sneeze and you pee a little? This was a full stream.
Okay, well, I have a few questions.
Okay.
1, what were you wearing? And 2, was it visible?
I was wearing dark blue skinny jeans.
So it
Where
wasn't
from?
visible.
Great, I think they were jeggings. I think I was wearing dark blue jeggings.
Not the jeggings era.
I was wearing
from
jeggings.
Abercrombie.
Abercrombie or Hollister,
Oh
2 of my
my-
favorite stores.
Okay, so it wasn't really visible then because if it's already dark.
It was a dark denim, so I don't think it was really visible. I think the problem was the smell. So anyway, I go into my own room. I'm like, fuck. I just peed. Not only did I just get publicly shamed, they might as well have like put me on the fucking guillotine for what I just
witch
did.
trials.
I have wet, soaked pants, and I'm supposed to hit this fancy New York City premiere.
This red carpet premiere.
I'm about to meet Frankly in the flesh,
And Rowley.
and I smell like fucking piss. So
What
I-
did you do? Did you go to the bathroom? Did you try
I
to fix
go
it?
to the bathroom, and
I know what's coming next.
I remove the jeggings. I take off my shoes, and I'm barefoot on the restroom tiles. And I get a bundle of paper towels, and I just start kind of like cleaning up a little. I think I took some Dove soap maybe, or some, no, it was probably
Dove
cheap
soap. It was
Dial
Dial.
soap. It was like Dr. Soap.
You tried washing your cooter with Dial soap?
No, I tried washing the jeggings.
What?
So I just like wiped them to try to get the odor out. And I think it worked, but I probably got a vicious yeast infection from all that Dial up there.
You told me this story before another time, and you said that you had to throw out your underwear.
Oh, I did. I threw out the underwear. It was soaked through. There was no chance of redemption there.
And so then what? You put the pants back on.
I am commando in my Abercrombie jeggings,
Full
which like
cooter
not
berries
comfy,
out.
not comfy. And I just say,
Ooh.
fuck it. I'm going to the premiere.
Commando.
And I sit on the bus, and like no one said anything or really gave me any looks. Like the smell must have been not that bad. Like I don't think I had like any asparagus or anything, coffee, anything weird. But like I was so uncomfortable the rest of the day, because not only was I commando, but like
it was still
damp. There was definitely damp. And then to sit on like one of those velvet theater seats was not comfortable.
Ooh.
It really ruined the movie going experience for me, because I felt like, Jesus Christ.
And you definitely couldn't stop thinking about it, and like you probably were still afraid of your teacher.
Okay, who smells it around me? On the coach bus, I was worried I was like stinking up the bus with my piss jeggings. And then, yeah, you're right. I was also upset that I just got publicly shamed and ridiculed for a brief embrace.
For love,
For
essentially.
love. God forbid.
That's the craziest.
So that's how I reacted to authority. And then it did happen when I was like 17. I was 17. And I got caught by a neighbor with like alcohol, and she yelled at me and my best friend Jenny, and I pissed my pants.
Oh my god! From the alcohol?
No, I hadn't even.
Do you think
it was like one Mike's Hard Lemonade, and I just drank it, and then she yelled at me, and I pissed my pants.
What's the story where you used to take like wine coolers from your neighbor's garage refrigerator?
I wasn't gonna say that detail, but that was that event.
Oh, and
No,
they
it was
caught
Jenny's
you.
boyfriend went in someone's open garage and like stole alcohol from it and then gave it to us.
It was like Mike's Hard.
Don't do that. Like, I don't know why. I was like, oh yeah, he just stole this. Let me drink it.
And then the neighbor called.
And then the neighbor got mad.
He went into their garage. I know you also did. You're trying.
No,
to
I did. I was way too scared. I was way too scared to do
That's
anything
true.
like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I
You'd
think,
make
in
someone else
fact,
do
I
it.
think I went like 100 yards away, because I was like, I want no part of this. But if there is a product at the end, I will take it.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I pissed my pants then. Then I realized, okay, I can never get yelled at
By authority.
because I will piss in my pants.
Well, have you had any run-ins with the cops? With the popo? Aside from our time?
I did have one I could share. It's very brief.
Was this the
but-
line incident?
The what?
Remember you got pulled over for driving too close to not the yellow line, but the white line on the other side?
I think I was like DDing. So I had like 5 people in my car, and I was dead sober. I think I got my license like a week before, and 2 cops pull me over. They come on both sides of my car with flashlights interrogating me. And I'm like, they're like, where are you kids going? Like, how far is your destination? What have you been doing tonight? And then I'm finally like, excuse me, may I please ask the reason I've been pulled over? And they go, your tire was on the white line.
Like the white line on the like right, like the shoulder of the road. Like you're allowed to like touch it. You know, it's better than the middle 2 yellow lines.
Yeah, what do you want me to swerve in and out of oncoming traffic? And then they let me go, but they like followed me for a while. But no, the run-in I was talking about was I was going to a football game, like a high school football game, and
I don't know why I'm laughing.
I had a water bottle full of Svedka.
God forbid.
God forbid. I was trying to quench my thirst before the big game.
Have a little fun. Loosen up. It's a football game.
It's a football game. Let me drink my plain Svedka with no chaser.
In a water bottle.
So, and you know what the worst part is?
What?
It was like a mini Poland Spring bottle. Like, it wasn't even a full water bottle. So I finish up
because you're being responsible.
Exactly.
Like, you're like moderation.
So my friends and I, Jenny again from the last story, we're walking to the game. I finished my little bevy, and we threw it out. Nothing was on us. So I get in line to get into the game, and these cops pull me to the side. And they're like, what's going on? And I'm like, nothing much. Just waiting in line for the big game. And they're like, I can smell alcohol on you. And I looked this cop dead in the eyes. I said, seriously? You're smelling hairspray because it's humid and I have frizzy hair and I was trying to tame it.
Right.
And he literally was like, I'm sorry. He was like, okay, like, if you say so.
So you didn't pee your pants then? Do you think it was because you might have had a little something in your system that
I
gave
think
you a little
I
more
was
confidence?
I was loosened up. I was like, seriously? How dare you accuse me of this thing that I absolutely just did?
Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
the other time that me and Ashley both encountered the cops, this pissed me off. It was homecoming. Again, our high school, our hometown, a lot of underage drinking was happening. I'm sorry. What are you going to do about it? Like, seriously?
And at this point, we were juniors in high school.
Mm-hmm. So this is like you're full-fledged already in it. In the alcohol, if you know what I mean. Like, it starts a little bit. This is crazy, by the way. And hopefully it's not like this anymore. But like the underage drinking like starts like freshman year of high school. Well, for Ashley, it started like in like 7th grade. But for me, it was like freshman year. But junior year was like the norm. Like, if there's a party or an event, like there's gonna be alcohol, which is crazy.
You're getting your Everclear and your girlies and your Hannah Town.
You're getting like that blue raspberry Svedka.
Or Malibu.
You're getting Malibu and you're just drinking it straight up.
Straight up. Chaser.
Yeah. Or you're putting like, the water bottle thing was like you would take like a Poland Springs or like whatever brand water bottle, empty it, and then put it with like clear alcohol. That's why you would do it.
And you'd buy it off like when you're younger, you'd like buy it off seniors, and like they were definitely just like filling it with 3/4 water.
But
like,
that would be smart. I didn't even know bars did that until recently. But basically, Ashley would fill her water bottle up with like bright orange Smirnoff Ices. So what was the point?
I didn't like liquor.
Yeah, but why would you put it in a water bottle?
Well, because I didn't want the bottles clinking around in my bag.
Oh, true. And
there's nothing worse than picking up your Vera Bradley bag for sleepover and there's just glass clinking in your bag. You're like, oh, gotta go.
If you were like stopped by like a parent or like the cops, you could just be like, seriously, it's like my Mio.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
Mio?
Exactly. Yeah, it's my Mio.
Yeah, like the little droplets you put in the water.
It's my Crystal Ice.
Yeah, seriously. Anyways, it was it homecoming?
It was
Winter Wonder. Not Winter.
No, it was homecoming, and we
have a dance.
We left homecoming to go. Our plan was we were gonna go to Wendy's. We were gonna buy a fuck ton of Wendy's, and we were gonna surprise this party with a lot of Wendy's chicken nuggets because we were being charitable.
Okay.
Like, we thought we were gonna be like crazy bringing all this Wendy's.
Yeah, we were literally on the way to Wendy's, and so there's a road like right.
Oh, sorry, but there was 5 people.
Oh yeah.
There was no.
The car was full.
There was 5 people, including Grant driving, so the car was full.
And I'm 18. I think like, isn't there a rule when you're like 17?
When you're 18, you can have as many people as you want, as many as seatbelts there are.
I'm pretty sure I'm 18 because I was like a year older than my grade. Sorry, I got held back like in kindergarten. That's another story.
It's fine.
Yeah. But I'm driving and there's a road like it's literally like 2 minutes from our high school, so I'm already on this road immediately. But we were blasting.
We had all the windows down. And Grant and I went through an era where we like couldn't stop listening to I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. Because to this day, it's literally one of the best songs I've ever heard.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get with us. You know what they say. Hey, party every day. Party every day. Got a feeling.
Ooh.
That was so
That was the
good.
best song we've ever heard. And we were blasting it full volume in
At that
Grant's
part.
Acura. And we were just letting loose.
In my 2013 Acura.
I don't even know if we had alcohol in the car. We might have had a few, like... No,
water
you
bottles.
did it. You were
I
dead
didn't.
sober. Grant was
I
our
did not
DD.
drink. I would never do that.
I don't even know if I... No, because I don't think I had anything that night at that point. We were saving it for the big party.
I also think I was like one of those girls who was like I thought I was so cool that I was DD and I was sober and like not drinking. I'm like, I don't do that. Like I'm, you know what I mean?
Well, you were saving it for the party, probably.
Oh.
But Grant
And
was
sleeping
sober.
over.
Yeah, we would like go to this party and sleep over.
over.
But anyway, full volume, blasting in, cruising out of homecoming. Pretty sure you were going maybe 2 or 3 miles over the speed limit. But it's like a speed trap, that area. It's like it's like it goes from like a 45 to a 30 or a 40 to a 30 really quick.
Yeah, 35 to a 45. I think I was going like 40 in the 35 section. God forbid.
So then immediately we get pulled over because this cop is in hiding, incognito behind all these trees, lights
Grow
off.
up.
He's like looking to catch these kids blasting the Black Eyed Peas. And so he pulls us over, immediate flashlight in the faces, and he's like, have y'all been drinking tonight? And we say no.
Yeah, I was like, no.
And then he asks us where we're going. We say Wendy's. Where we're coming from, homecoming.
And then he was like, oh, so you guys haven't been drinking? I was like, no. And then he's like, follow my finger. And he starts doing that damn eye test with like his finger. I think one of my insecurities, I think I have a lazy eye.
Okay. You self-diagnosed yourself with a lazy eye?
Yes. Well, no, I'll be looking at pictures and I'm like, okay, one of my eyes is
well,
like
maybe you have
actually,
a stigmatism.
Yeah, I might have astigmatism. I also think like my eyes are like 2 different shapes. Like one eye area is a different shape than the other. You see it?
You need to just go to an optometrist.
So you see it?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Anyways, this eye test was kind of hard for me. And so he didn't really believe me. He was like, are you on any medication?
And Grant goes, seriously, I'm on Accutane. I have acne.
Yeah, I was like, I'm on Accutane. And I'm pretty sure he was like, what's that? I was like, for acne? Like, hello? And then he was like, so if I got the breathalyzer right now, you'd come back, you'd blow and you'd blow 0?
But you said something too. You were like,
I know.
do you want me to call my parents and get my prescription? Like you said something
Yeah, because
crazy.
he was questioning like the Accutane. I'm like, do you not, like, first of all, how is it my fault you don't know what the fuck Accutane is? And so
sorry,
like,
you've been blessed with perfect skin.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, anyways. And then he was like, you'll blow 0 if I get the breathalyzer, right? I was like, yeah, other than the alcohol or other than the Listerine I gargled before this. Yeah, I'll blow 0. And then he was like, okay, I'll be right back. And then he left. I was ready. I thought he was going to get the breathalyzer, but then he just comes back with a damn speeding ticket.
And wasn't it really expensive?
Yes, I went to court with my dad for it, like to try and get it lowered. And I think we did get it lowered. I got like points on my license too. It was so fucked up. Like, was it really that deep?
Since when is it a crime to listen to the Black Eyed Peas at
damn
volume
Black
40?
Eyed Peas. There's nothing wrong with that.
Sorry, it makes me just want to like cruise 5 miles above the speed limit.
It makes me want to get wild. Like,
we were literally just looking to go to Wendy's, and he had to ruin our night.
Yeah. Anyways, I have like other things, but
I have so many like weird.
I've had legal scares. I guess I'll briefly say my one legal scare.
We'll dive deeper into it on the jobs episode.
Do we have a jobs episode?
Yeah.
I don't know if it made the cut.
No, it did.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we have a jobs episode at some point coming soon. But yeah, I can dive deeper on that then. But basically, it was one of my first jobs. I had to sign an NDA. God forbid I didn't know what an NDA was. And I might have talked about a few things on TikTok. Basically, got my first cease and desist. So that was another time I was challenging authority and it bit me in the ass. Yeah. First of many cease and desist. No, I hope not.
Here's to dreaming. But yeah, no, Grant's always challenging authority.
I'm
not as
sorry.
much
Like,
these days, but definitely he used to, and I would just piss myself.
and that's that. That's authority.
And that's our stories.
Announcement
For the good, for the good, for the good, for the good, for the good.
For the good of the group.
Ooh.
Whoa.
When we have a higher budget, we'll record the theme song.
Yes, there'll be different variations.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Announcement for the good group. Reminder, we have our first fan announcement, so stay tuned.
That was my reaction to the first
Oh my
fan.
god. So stay tuned for that. But I guess I'll go first really quickly.
Okay.
My announcement for the good of the group. I saw a video of Mitch McConnell. You saw this? Oh, you feel bad? Okay, well let me say. There's a video of Mitch McConnell. He's like talking to the press. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. He's talking to the press and he freezes for a good 20 seconds. That man may have had a stroke. Okay? And so I say all this to say that senior citizens should not be running our government. Like, I am so sorry to say it. And there's like two things to this. One, like, think about your grandparents. Should they be in a senior citizen home or in the Capitol building? No, because listen, no, they're crazy.
No, I think about...
And the Supreme Court, why are you 80-something years old writing laws for like future generations when you're literally about to die?
I think it
Sorry.
should be capped at 75.
It's just like you cannot be performing at like your prime at that age.
No,
And
I
it's
think-
like, and
I
a
think
lot
you
of,
shouldn't run for office if you're above 75.
yeah. And like, but even the people who just like stay there and they're still there, like the Supreme Court, half of them are like really old and obnoxious.
Well, we should have term limits.
Yeah, sorry, but the Supreme Court really pisses me off. But like, how are you gonna like ban abortion or whatever and you're literally gonna like die in a few years? I hate to say that, like, it sounds so crazy, but like, why are like people who have like 10 to 15 years left of their life deciding like they're not even gonna see the
I also
repercussions
think
for future generations?
The last thing I want to do is fucking be living my corporate life when I'm 87.
Girl, go to a beach.
Go golf.
Go golf. Do something
I
else.
think 75 should be the max.
I just like can't believe that. Like, why are some 85-year-olds in senior citizen homes and then others in like running our government?
Right.
And like, no hate to Biden, whatever, but he's also very old and I worry for his health. And
well, I
it's
also
just, like,
feel bad. I'm like, that looks so stressful.
yeah.
Like,
at the end of your life, or not at the end, but like towards the latter half of your life,
like,
you're doing
just
all that.
Relax.
Yeah. Okay. So
chill.
I digress, but that is my announcement. I just like, yeah, relax, please retire.
My announcement for the good of the group is a little bit different.
Okay.
Why can't adults play with water balloons?
They can.
But they don't. Like today at work, I was like, fuck, like I would do anything just to have a water balloon toss. Like, why did we have to stop that? It's like the last time I did that was probably like maybe like 12-year-old's birthday party. It's so fun.
Like a good old water balloon toss.
Sometimes you
just
draw
like a fight?
faces on them, like you
Yeah.
make characters. Like I just want to like hang with my friends and toss some water balloons around. And what? That's like weird. And going beyond water balloons, like I told Grant for my birthday next year, it's my dream to play Manhunt. I just want to get a big old crew together and play Manhunt.
I was saying, though, I don't think you can do that in these political times. I think if you accidentally stumble into someone's yard at night, you'll get shot, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I want to rent a property, a big property,
Okay.
and host a Manhunt party.
Yeah.
I just want to play Manhunt
I
with my
love
friends.
Manhunt.
What if my birthday party is Manhunt,
Water
balloons,
sprinklers,
poison
slip and
ball, freeze
poison
tag?
ball.
I don't know. I just want to.
Musical chairs.
I just want to toss a damn water balloon and play Manhunt with my friends. I'm so upset. I've been thinking about this all day.
Are you crying?
A little.
Girl.
No, but seriously, I think we need to normalize adults playing with water balloons.
Yeah.
And that's my announcement for the good of the group.
It's just like a lot of effort.
No, it's not.
To fill those damn balloons.
No, it's
up.
not if you have a hose. All you have to do is wrap the
it
balloon
breaks.
opening. No, it
breaks.
doesn't. Not if you know the perfect amount to put in, which I do, and then you tie it around your
Sometimes the
pointer
circumference
finger.
of that hose thing and the balloon circumference does not add up and it breaks right away. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
also,
sorry.
someone's always cheating by having a tiny balloon that's harder to break. Oh, and then when it's really ovular, it's...
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll stop talking about water balloons.
Yeah, I'm going to a movie after this, so we gotta hurry up.
Okay,
sorry, I'm seeing Barbie again. Okay, now this announcement is from Madison.
Thank you, Madison.
Wait, yeah, Madison.
Hello. Information for the good of the group, okay? So me and my bestie, Cass, are just like you guys. He's a redhead, but he's also the gay one, but I'm blonde and straight, so it works out. Right, Cass?
Yeah.
The good of the group. Okay. Our two besties hate them right now.
We're so mad. They literally love to do everything without us and not even act like we exist. And honestly, so we started doing things without them because we're pissed off.
But actually nobody likes us. So it's what do we do? Because we don't have friends. So it's oh, we're gonna go hang out with friends without them, but our only friends are through them. So just let us know. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Love you. Oh my gosh. Love you, Mom and Dad.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Fuck
You
them
don't
for
need
real.
them. You have each other.
This is me and Ashley to an extent. We had each other to a lot of high school. And we're fine. You'll be so
We're
much cooler,
fine.
more successful and hotter than all of those
Fuck
people.
them.
And
if
you'll
they're
see-
excluding you, play man up with each other.
Go to Panera. Have
Go to
yourself a
Panera.
Panera date.
Grant and I used to go to Panera every day after school, and it was just the two of us, and we didn't need anyone
We would
else.
just role play. We'd play little characters with
Yeah,
each
we would-
other,
we
role play
would-
situations.
Yeah, we would pretend to be other people, and
We-
that was just as good.
And then we would and we'd watch everyone from afar, but also kind of make fun of them. Not in a mean way.
You don't need other friends. Get that through your head right
Yeah.
now.
Also, you're gonna go on to college, whatever, blah blah blah. Those people are gonna stay in your hometown and just stay friends together, and you're gonna see that their maturity will remain the same.
Unless they're the problem.
Madison and Cass,
Unless
y'all.
Madison and Cass are the problem,
Y'all.
because there have been times where Grant and I were the problem.
Yeah.
And guys, fuck them, but also be self-aware, reflect.
Y'all sound a little crazy.
Y'all sound
in
crazy,
a good way.
just
in a good
like
way.
us.
Yeah.
And we're self-aware enough to know that we were definitely the problem, and that's why we were being excluded sometimes.
Yeah.
Because not everyone wants to join in on your bits all the time, and that's a lesson we've had to learn.
Yeah. But it is fun when you have someone who does want to do your bits all the
So
time.
just go to Panera, blow up some water balloons, and just have fun.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Y'all seem like a good time.
Yeah, thanks for sending that. If anyone else has announcements for the good of the group, we will be doing more of them. Just DM us on Instagram. And we love the voice memo. Give us a voice memo, okay? at atwinkandaredhead with underscores. But, okay, that was this week's episode. Period.
In honor of this episode, I want you to revolt. I want you to rebel. I want you to overthrow a government.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding.
Guys, let loose. All right.
All right, have fun, you guys, this week, okay?
It was so nice meeting
so
you.
Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.